Hello and welcome. This is Citizens Gate on television. My name is Toyin Bamishayi Oni. Welcome you to this week's edition of the program. Don't forget this program serves as a door between the Lagos State government and the people of Lagos State and is sponsored by Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement. Through this office, you can send messages to all government officials, departments of government and agencies of government of Lagos State. Don't forget, you need to have your LASRA. If you have your LASRA, that shows that indeed you are a resident of Lagos State and you stand to benefit in quite a number of things from the Lagos State government. Don't go away. The program continues shortly.
Consistency. I promise to remain consistent in my positive action.
We dey go out to engage residents of Lagos State. We get one app. That app, they call am Citizens Gate. Irú ọ̀rọ̀ omi, ìdọ̀tí, lọ́mà, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà níbẹ̀. On that app, we want to gather a lot of information. You know the government no be rich. The only way we go know something say you complain.
Àwa nínú ìlú Ìlàdòdò and Ìnàgbẹ̀ Islands. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ orí omi, àgbẹ̀ òkè, àgbọn, ẹja pípa. On agriculture, we have a lot of fertile ground. Tó yẹ pé tí wọ́n bá ṣe agricultural development something síbí, wọ́n á lè máa kó èrè oko yẹn lọ sí ọjà láti máa lọ tà.
Mo gbé ní ìlú Kápábí. This is my community. A ní ṣọwọ́, beach láti máa ń jẹ láti máa ń mu. A ní tailor, a ní apẹja, a ní hairdresser. So a ní bí farm, a ní bí omi, lómi múmu.
A ṣe lọ káàkiri, a máa ń lọ pẹ̀lú àwọn LASRA náà. Àwọn àjọ tó ń rí sí ní máa forúkọ sílẹ̀ fáwọn olùgbé ìlú Èkó. Àwọn tá ní INEC card wọ́n á rẹ́gísítà wa. Àwọn tá ní LASRA card wọ́n á rẹ́gísítà wa. Àwọn tá tí wà lórí ètò ìlera Èkó. Àǹfààní health insurance scheme Lagos State government wọ́n ṣe àwọn èèyàn wá tí wà ní wọ́n máa rẹ́gísítà wa lẹ́nu.
Consistency. I promise to remain consistent in my positive action.
You welcome back. The Honorable Commissioner for Health in Lagos State, Professor Akin Abayomi, has said that the Lagos State government has 34 secondary and tertiary health facilities. And indeed, residents of Lagos State can benefit from this. Even more importantly, if you have your LASRA, that is, apart from LASRA, you can register to benefit from free health facility from Lagos State government. He also said that about 325 primary healthcare centers are what we have in Lagos State.
So we're anticipating flooding, excess water, and all the attributes that happen when when we're inundated with water. Now, I want you to look at the entire health sector of Lagos State. You have the public sector, which is comprised of about 34 secondary and tertiary facilities and about 325 primary healthcare facilities. And then on the other side of that blue line is the private sector and the informal sector. And in the private sector, we have 3,500 registered private healthcare facilities, almost a 10-to-1 ratio between private and public, which is an indication that many of our citizens don't only access our public health facilities, but they also go to the private sector. And then in the big red balloon, you have what we call the informal private, which are made up of community pharmacies, PPMVs, and traditional medicine practitioners. And we call this the informal private sector. So, you know, for us in the Ministry of Health, and we keep having to remind ourselves that we are not just the Ministry of Health for the public sector, we're the Ministry of Health for Lagosians. And wherever Lagosians seek their health is our business. If something goes wrong in the blue balloon, it's my business. If something goes wrong in the red balloon, it is our business in the Ministry of Health. And so our energies, our strategies, and our interventions cut across the entire health sector. The Lagos State residents' health-seeking behavior is our business. Now, this is a typical community pharmacy or PPMV. If you go into our densely populated communities of Lagos, you will find thousands and thousands of these facilities where ours is the first port of call for many of our citizens who will go to a pharmacy or a PPMV before they come to an orthodox facility such as our PHCs or 3,000 registered healthcare facilities. And so if we're going to have any interventions in the health sector, we must not forget this major health care sector that we've just described. And our interventions and strategies must holistically imbibe these huge fraternity of healthcare providers. Now, Lagos State has the 2052 Lagos State Development Plan. Lagos is the only government that I know of in the whole of Africa that has a 30-year development plan. This was developed in 2022 and it will end in 2052. I was part of this development plan, so I know it backwards. If you don't have this document, I suggest you look online. It's readily available. You can Google it and download it. It's a very large document. But inside there is the entire strategy for Lagos State government.
You're welcome back. The last Saturday in the month of July is the Sanitation Day, and we monitor this month's sanitation exercise in Badagry local government. We are the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on drinking services. Engineer Rotimi Akodu led other members of his team to visit Badagry local government.
The July sanitation exercise took us to Badagry local government, where Honorable Babatunde Unkpe led the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Rotimi Akodu, and other top government officials to Ward D of the council. At Vedo, the chairman told the visiting team that the council has made concerted efforts in ensuring proper refuse disposal.
If there is a place where they have turned to waste dump or dump site, so we go there, clear all the dumps, all the waste there, and now advise the residents around the place that since we've cleared this place, you are now the police to help us look at it and ensure that nobody dumps waste there anymore. Even for the first 1 week, our waste police will be stationed there to ensure that what we have done did not return. So today, this is the place where we identify within Ward E, Vedo Ward. So we are going to clear all these places. Yes, we are going to clear all these places today, and after clearing, for the next 1 week, our waste police will be around here. The environmental officers will be washing and will ensure that it doesn't return back.
Honorable Rotimi Akodo, in his response, urged the residents to be an agent of support to the council and the State Ministry of the Environment.
We are happy and impressed that the people already turned up to perform their civic responsibility. I call it civic because it behoves on every citizen to take matters of environment serious, to prioritize it. And when we got here, we saw them, the people have already done a lot. So we gladly joined them and participated. People want to dodge the PSP. They want to put waste where they shouldn't have put it in the first place. And we campaign a lot against all of this bad behavior. So bringing in the student body is to catch them young, and when they get back to their various homes, and when they see people misbehaving when it comes to waste handling, they can pick from there and correct them.
At this point, the Deputy Governor designate Princess Sonayon James also joined in the cleaning exercise.
They are part, and it is quite simple. It is very, very easy. Every last Saturday of the month period in Lagos State, it is now a culture. It is now.
The managing director of LOMA, Muyiwa Gbadegeshin, was also there, who assured residents of the Lagos State that the delay in operation of the LOMA trucks has been resolved, as alternative routes has been created in Ojota dump site.
The local governments are partners. They are also assisting the state government and the Lagos Waste Management Authority in various ways. As of like today, we're here with the local government authority, with the staff, with the chairman, and we're doing a collective cleaning exercise. Beyond that, the local governments are purchasing compactor trucks, which we're expecting before the end of the year, 2 each, while the state government is also procuring additional compactor trucks. So that will help us greatly in the area of waste collection. Now, you know that waste collection involves collection, you have to transport, and you have to treat the waste. Current challenges will be a thing of the past in the next few months, about 6 to 8 months. We're going to reopen another section where the trucks will be able to dump. However, it's not all the PSP operators that are not working. Many of them are going to satellite sites in Ekpe, in Ikorodu, and here in Badagry. So many of them are working. Maybe about 30-40% have a lot of challenges, which will, like I said, by the end of this week, you'll see an improvement.
We give chance to the PSP operators to operate very well. But my observation is that we don't have enough PSP operators. Even the 2 or 2.5 that we have, their operation is not in optimal position. So we need the ministry to assist us, maybe to assign more PSP operators to Badagry. We are going to continue the way we have been going. We have our waste police, we have the trucks that we are using to. You can't see any waste at the median of the road within Badagry local government. So we are going to ensure that we support the government of Lagos State and our own government too will not relent on environmental exercise.
LASRA is one of those things that will reveal that indeed you are a registered resident of Lagos State. We have the opportunity to interview the general manager of LASRA.
It's very important as a resident of Lagos State to be a part of the LASRA database. Apart from giving the government the information that we require to provide you with the best services, it also ensures that residents can easily access whatever they need. So I'll give you an example. In order to, go to our, government secondary schools or primary schools, the students and parents must be registered on the LASRA database. And that's the same also for our tertiary institutions. In order to access some government schemes, for instance, the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund and other schemes, you need to have a LASRA number. To get the Lagos Homes mortgage, you also need a LASRA number. So there are so many different initiatives that residents will benefit from once they have the LASRA number. And we're working with other, with various MDAs to ensure that they are requiring LASRA as they go along. And it's just a case of ensuring that it's not when government needs something and they say, okay, they require LASRA, that people are rushing around. So it's not a case of people rushing when something is, brought up. It's something that, registering for LASRA is not a difficult exercise. It's not something that will take you a long time, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of your time. Just by doing that, you are avoiding any inconveniences in the future, and you're also ensuring that you are within the government's, eyesight. We're always working, to see how we can make LASRA go to every nook and cranny of the state. Recently, we partnered with SEED. It's an NGO that works with low-cost private schools, so that those are private schools that their fees are not so expensive. So what we found is that a lot of the students that go to those private schools, once they get to secondary school age, they then decide to go to Lagos State government schools. And then there's always a rush. They're trying to get their LASTRA, they're trying to enroll, and there's a lot of stress. So what we've done is that we are going into these various private schools to register those children in those schools and make sure that we are bringing them into the LASTRA database so that when it's time for them to transition, they are not stressed. And what we've seen is that there are so many students within that catchment. We're estimating conservatively about 1 million students that are going to be able to benefit from this collaboration.
This administration is committed to inclusion. The data obtained through LASTRA has helped identify vulnerable residents in need of empowerment and has aided in the equitable distribution of palliatives.
If you want progress, if you want Lagos State to move forward, one of the things that you should do is to ensure that you are captured and you are part of the plan of the state. So the LAG ID card is a multi-purpose card that we provide to residents that show that signify interests. Once you are interested in the card, we print it for you, and you can use that card for a variety of purposes. You can use it to access the transport system, specifically the Blue Line currently. You can use it for financial services, so you can use it for the POS, you can use it at the ATM. And then we are also finalizing an integration with LASHMA to enable residents to use their LAG ID card when they are going in to access their Ilera Eco benefits.
And now we take you to the feedback corner where we have the beneficiaries of the largesse of the Lagos State Government through the Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement.
This is Mrs. Folake Afikunyomi, one of the beneficiaries of Civic Engagement Largesse under Sanwo-Olu Cares. As part of the efforts to monitor some of the people that receives checks, we visited her in Iju-Ishaga area of Lagos, where she turned money received from government to a little business enterprise. She speaks more on how she started her fish smoking business with the help of Lagos State government and her husband.
I have to thank our Governor Sanwo-Olu, because there was time that to want to empowerment. So I'm one of the beneficiaries through the Ministry of Agric. So ta lọ ṣe ní Araga, so for 1 month. So that was ibẹ̀ ni mo ti kọ́. So ìgbà tí mo dé tá parí 1 month tá padà délé. So actually they promise us nígbà yẹn wípé máa fún wa ní owó láti fi bẹ̀rẹ̀, but as time goes on, like almost a year, we did not hear anything from them. So and I called my husband pé nǹkan tí mo ti kọ́ yìí o, I cannot just waste the knowledge. So because tíyàn bá ti ń pẹ́ jù yàn lè máa gbàgbé. So I have to ní ọkàn bá ní okay, then he gave me 100,000 then pé that was 2001 pé kí n fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé at least tíyàn bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ kékeré náà yàn máa di ní ńlá. So and I started. So mo ṣáà ń ṣe lọ bọ̀ mo wá ṣáà wá wò pé ṣé mo wá gbé pọ́n ní ministry civil engagement pé wọ́n fún wọn ní owó nǹkan kan ṣe financial assistance. So mo wá ní pé jẹ́ kémi náà try. So èmi náà bá dẹ̀ try, to God be the glory, they gave me 300,000. So ìgbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú 20 kilo nígbà yẹn. So mo dẹ̀ ṣe díẹ̀ but ìgbà tó fún mi ní owó yẹn mo ní àǹfààní láti lè máa ṣe 80 to 100 kilo because I have to supply many people.
Yes, her name is Ajibade Aderoke Anna. She's one of our beneficiaries for this month. This will be the 4th financial assistance we shall be giving out this year. And today we are giving out 626 checks to beneficiaries of different categories. Okay. I saw her and I said, look up. I don't want them to stress her because of her case, because of her situation. So I said, let her come into my office so that I can make an official presentation of our own check to her. I feel for you. I know you are a student. When you first wrote to this office, I told her, I said, go, they will call you. All right? We didn't know where you stayed. We don't know where you live. But I asked you, I said, just drop your phone number. And it was reached by our phone number. And today, this is a testimony of what we have been doing. This is a testimony of what Mr. Governor, Mr. Selebu, Mr. Babajide Olushola. So we are the amiable and this amiable Deputy Governor saying congratulations to you and wish you all the best. Please go ahead, use this money for anything that you think can benefit you, that can benefit your condition. You can see this is a check of 1.5 billion naira. This is 1.5 million naira.
I intend to use this check to start my business and to see how we progress from there. Thank you so much. God bless you for putting smile on people's faces like me. It really means a whole lot, and I pray that God continue to bless everybody. I really appreciate it.
And our candid camera for this week.
Sorry.
That's our package for this week, Citizens Gate on television. Don't forget that to have your LASRA is important. To also say you want to register for our LASHMA, that has to do with health, free health. Even families can benefit, a father, mother, and the children. You can benefit free health through this. I thank you sincerely for watching the program this week. The program will return next week. My name is Toyin Bamishaye Oni. Thank you for watching the program.